lovely good evening to all of you who are watching us wherever you are. This is Cornerstone Vision Youth Club, and thank you for choosing Family TV, where it's all about enriching lives, and also the other fraternity that is always following us on our different social media platforms. Thank you for following Saint Kakumba Chapel. This is Cornerstone Vision Youth Club, and today we have come with a wonderful topic: love is respect. I know some people running to come and hear what's love, what's love. Well, today I have a different panelist, as you can see, and on my right I have Miss ACHOLA Petty, who works with Sogea Sotom. Miss ACHOLA, you're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and then on my left here I have Miss Mary Akankwasa. She works with Bethel International School. She's an international supervisor. Mary, you're most welcome on the show.
Thank you so much, OJJALA.
Wow, you are most welcome. Then extreme end here I have ONENA GLORIA. She's a student at Shoma Christian Academy, but she's also a gospel artist, famously known as Blessed G. Should I say Blessed G, you're most welcome, or Gloria?
Any you want.
Okay, Gloria, you're most welcome on the show. Wow, I believe that we have heard about love, and this topic has been really moving in our veins, really touching our souls, and some of us, we go into that state called hysteria, because we don't know what we are always indulging in. But today, we are going to first have a biblical definition of love, and then also I know there is that famous worldly perspective of love, and Miss ACHOLA will be telling us about that. But first, since this is a Christian youth show, we are going to start with the biblical view. Mary, tell us what's the biblical view of love?
Okay, to me, I am going to take us to the book of 1 Corinthians. It is written there. They tell you how love is supposed to be like. And allow me read it. I don't have to paraphrase the Bible. So 1 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 4 to 7 says, "Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not dishonor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no record of wrongs.
Wow.
Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices in the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres." Friends, that is love. In the biblical way, you have heard. So if you don't know what love is, run to the book of 1 Corinthians, read it, understand what love is supposed to be like, and you'll be good to go.
And if you are to keenly follow up these attributes that have been exhibited by God. And that's why also the scriptures tell us that God is love, and if you do not love your other friends, your other colleagues, then you do not know God. But thank you, Miss Mary, for that wonderful description of love. And right now, I know you're waiting for that worldly perspective. What does the world say about love? Miss ACHOLA is here to tell us what love is in the worldly perspective. Yes, Miss ACHOLA.
Wow, thank you very much, Mr. Ojara. We all know in this perspective what love is supposed to mean. So many people say love is a feeling. I was at one point there where I thought love is a feeling, how you feel. If he does this, you feel great. If he holds you or if she touches you, you feel great. But friends, this is not love. It goes beyond this. I know love is a decision. It's not just a feeling. It's selfless. It goes beyond feeling. In which case, it is selfless. It is sacrificial. It's transformational. When love is truly demonstrated, like in a proper way, as it's intended at the beginning, when two people decide to become friends, you have intentions, and so when the intentions are truly demonstrated, your relationship is most likely to change for the betterment. I don't want to give this real description of what you're trying to mean, like what the old world says about love or what, but this is what I have to say about love from my perspective.
Wow.
You know, it goes beyond feeling.
Goes beyond feeling.
Yes.
Thank you very much, Miss Achola. You know, sometimes people think, I usually ask people, why in love? And like, you know what? We know what men want when they say, I love you.
Yeah.
And also know what women want when they say, we love you back. Usually, women want money, and then the men want, they want sex, not the other. They want sex. So that's how our people are defining love, you know. But
Yeah.
now, Mary is going to tell us, it feels like love, but is it, Mary? Please, over to you.
Well, it feels like love, but is it? Love is a very big topic.
Mm-hmm.
It covers very many things. We have love for parents, maybe family. We have that romantic relationship. You know?
Eros.
Yeah.
So really, I will try to cut across. But first, I'll first go to the romantic one.
Wow, you know, like, I know now youth are very happy, please
Yeah.
go on.
It feels like love, but is it? In my view, if a man approached me, a gentleman approached me, and like, hey Mary, you look gorgeous, can we? Okay.
Can we
you
fumble?
Well, before even fumble, before you get the fumbling bit,
Yes.
I love you, you love me, okay. Why do you love me in the first place? Why approaching me? What are your intentions? You know, people have different intentions, by the way. Someone will love you for who you are, or another will love you for what you are, what you have. You know, another will come just to have sex with you and dump you. That is what people call hit and run. He'll just sleep with you and then he'll start talking about you to the rest of the world. So, those are now intentions. And what is priorities? Some people come when they're genuine. Someone comes to you, they want to marry you actually. But then he tells you, I'll put a but. At least there's that other side of, let's first cohabit. Then you see we don't have money, this COVID, the corona, businesses, we lost jobs. And then after, when we start a business and work, the wedding will come. You see, we cannot make a wedding of 15 million, we even don't have a million, you know. Now, there, when you hear such stories, people call them red flags. Run away. Someone comes to visit you. Honestly, he loves you. You welcome him, you make for him juice, you cook, you're washing, you're mopping. The person is just seated right there watching the screen.
Talk about it.
Hey!
He's just watching, excited, wife material.
Yeah.
Excuse me, are we married? Yeah?
Thank you.
Am I your maid? Yeah? I thought love, it is sacrificial. You're supposed to sacrifice and help me out. I'm a girl, I've gone to visit my boyfriend. I am cooking in his house. Every day I go to visit, I'm cooking. Those even meals that I don't know about. For example, if I'm to give an example, if I'm dating, for example, a person from the north. I hear Karoden, this the green Malakwang,
Malakwang.
then you're cooking nam nam. You can imagine.
Chong.
You can talk to this, yeah. That love, I put question marks. Now, if you really love me, dear friends, if someone comes to you and they love you, let them show you that they are dating you or they want to start a relationship with you and it wants to end in marriage.
Yes.
It must, yes, and it must have a map.
Yes.
Have that road map.
Yes.
Know where you're going, so we are going to relate. Yes, we are not going to have sex before we are married. We are going to work on our issues. We are going to understand each other. Are we together?
Yes.
But not, we are dating today, the next day you're in bed, the other time you're pregnant, then they have broken your heart, then you remember to come back to church. You know?
Yeah.
It is a hard place to be, by the way, because we are just choosing to laugh it off, but it's a hard place to be. So that is maybe what I can talk about. Is it really love? If it is love, you will know. You will know if this person comes with a roadmap and they'll give you that genuine intentions. And as Christian girls who have principles, and not forget that, to have principles, have your Christian principles, have values, say this, no, this, yes. So if the person fits in your principles, well and good, you're good to go. I don't mean those this, so I need a man with a car, with an you are just following sheep, bad man, looking good, and those things. You just listen to a song, you also follow, positive vibes. But, people just go anyhow. But, hey, think twice about it. It is your future. It is your life.
Wow, thank you, Mary. That has really been brilliant of you. I believe right now you have jotted down some red flags. If you have been having such red flags in your relationship right now, it's high time you make that tough decision of running away. But of course, I believe Petra has something to add on what Mary has just explained to us. It's Petra.
Well, like I was saying, love is way too much beyond feelings, because the question says it feels like love, but is it really love? True love comes just as lust comes. It is really quite hard to tell, unless you're a typical Christian, to tell the difference between real love and lust. A man can come and portray all the good qualities that the Bible talks about just to get what he wants. Yeah, he will learn so much about you. He will start doing exactly what you want him to do when he's actually in lust, like he's aiming at a particular something. And for you as a lady, we will get super excited. Like for me, I love roses, so this man will keep sending me roses. He will be surprising me and be like, oh my God, this is love. When it's actually lust, but he has learned exactly what I want, my love language, and he's trying to do whatever it takes to take my mind. And for sure, I will be taken up. Yeah. Yes, I will fall for him, and then when he gets exactly what he wants, he will quit. And then I'll start asking myself, I thought that was love. And then you ask every elder, what is a love like? They will tell you, true love is like this, and you'll be like, but that man used to do that for me. He used to do that, he used to do that. When he just learned you so well and did exactly what you wanted, what you wanted him to do, and when he got what he wanted, he had a push. That's it. So it's really hard to tell the difference between lust and real love. So this is where you really need to be a typical of a Christian, Yeah.
Wow, thank you, Petra, for bringing that aspect of lust. I believe that the guys who are watching us outside there, especially the young boys, the young men, at times we also fail to differentiate between lust and love. Today you look at this one, she has a nice bam, like I must go for with that one. As you're moving, you look at another one who is so super brown, and you're like, I think I'll go with this one. Then you see another now there you have to check yourself. I think that is lust, and you have to really make sure that you come back to the drawing board.
In my own experience, and as far as what the Bible says, the only way one can differentiate between true love and lust is time. When one is in lust, it won't take so long. Yes, for other people, they can pretend for quite a while, like 1 or 2 years, and you will get tired. You will have to start living the real you. If you find me with my principles and I fail to change, I still stick to those principles. In one way or the other, you'll get tired and you quit. That's how you know it was lust. But like the Bible says, for true love, it never ends. So when this guy comes to you, Mary, and then with your tough principles, he follows them, he respects them all the way for 1 year, 2 years, or 3, and on, that's how you know it's a true love. But otherwise, he gets tired of the way he starts disrespecting you, you start seeing these red flags, then you know it's not real, it's lust.
Wow, thank you, Petra, yes, for that good and well elaborative differentiation between love and lust. So right now we are going now to our other question. We want to find out what makes a healthy relationship, and if you are there a teenager, how will you know that, hey, this guy is serious and he's telling me the truth? Hey, by the way, are you supposed to be in that relationship right now? So some of the things that you're going to be talking and discussing with Gloria here. So Gloria, please tell us, what really makes a healthy relationship,
What makes a healthy relationship? First of all, I'll say it's honesty. If both of you are honest to each other, having honesty, trust, and then making decisions like two of you, because it's a two-way thing. The person does not have to take decisions on his own, because it's a two-way thing. You can't make a decision that is going to work both for us and you're making it alone and I'm not there. It doesn't work. You have to make decisions together. Respect. You have to respect me. If you bring up a decision and I'm like saying no, respect me for the reasons I've put. Respect me. You have to respect me. Because at the first time you said you would do everything I want. Yeah, so if I say, you know what? No. Then you don't have to argue with me. You have to just listen to me. Just find a way you have to blend in with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Gloria has really brought us back to our point. Love is respect. You know, you definitely have to respect each other. If you agree that we will not engage ourselves into marital sex before we actually wed, respect that principle. Okay. If your partner tells you, you know what, I'm not ready for touching and yes, things are real. I'm not ready for kissing. I'm not ready for anything like that. You know, respect that, because that's what you have agreed upon, like together. You know, some people always say, but practice makes perfect. Why can't we practice these things? Then
We said yes to family.
you know, and then, yeah.
We said for marriage. For
Yes.
marriage, we are not going to say practice makes perfect.
Yes.
Go when you don't know what to do. Reach there and fumble.
And fumble.
Do
That's
whatever it is the Lord will teach you.
Definitely. And we have the Holy Spirit. He's supposed to teach us everything, not something.
The best teacher.
Yes,
That's
definitely.
what's left for us.
Wow. So, friends, thank you very much for following us from where we started up to now where we are. Right now, I'd like us to go in for a musical break, and then we'll definitely come back.
Praise you, Lord, for your grace
you're still watching Cornerstone Vision Youth Club, and we're here on Family TV, where it's all about enriching lives. And even our friends who are watching via Facebook and YouTube, we want to thank you for always joining in. Feel free to always send us those comments. They always do us well and motivate us. Well, as we were going to our musical break, we were with Gloria, and she was still telling us about how to identify whether you are in a healthy relationship. And at this time, I'm going to request her to continue telling us, how do I really know that I'm in a healthy relationship? Yes, Gloria.
Yeah, and I was talking about respect for each other. Respect is needed. We have to respect each other. Yeah, and then another thing is open communication, like being open in everything. You don't have to do things in a secret and not telling me. We have to be open to each other. Yes.
Okay, thank you, Gloria. You know, usually people have this tendency, if I have my command as a woman, she will be here, and then as the man, my coat here. And what I know that I hear some people, when they are going to sleep, especially the men, they sleep with their money. It's like, so if you want to get some money, you have to wake him, baby, wake up, we need some money for salt. But you see, these are things that need to be nurtured while you are still in a relationship. To be open with your finances, to be open with your life, entirely. But of course, if you notice, I know there are some adolescents that are watching us and they're like, hey, even me, I'm here, I'm 13, but I have like a boyfriend. What am I doing? Well, we also have this some package for you, and this time we are going to allow Miss ACHOLA PETRA to talk about adolescents who are in love. They think they're in love? Are they in love? What do you think? What are they doing?
Oh my God! These days we watch so many movies, and of course, when you're there, you think you're in love, but really, you're an adolescent. I'm sure does adolescent start 12 or 24.
Yes.
But I think this changed because, like, in my parents' regime, it was different. And nowadays, we get married when we are way too old because of this education, and also it depends. But you're 13 years old. What are you doing in a relationship? Like, what are you doing with this man? What are you doing with this girl?
Please send in your comments. We need to know.
They might be having something that we don't know about.
Yeah, we need to know.
So
But to me, really, when I grew up at 13, I was in P7 so all I was thinking about was books and photosynthesis. Now what are you doing here with this man? Okay, these days we watch a lot of movies. There is this technological advancement and what, but this is really costing us a lot. Now, you with very little and you're in a relationship, I don't think, well, it depends on your goals. I don't know what your dreams are like, or we shall get married. Probably you will, but at what age? Right now you're 13, you're looking forward to going to HSC, then university, then you go for what? When are you going to get married? You will be maybe 24 then, and today you're 13. How long is this? It's a very long time of dating. You're supposed to be focused on something else, building your dreams, chasing your dreams, and you're here. I don't think this is the right thing to do. But anyways, if you're right there, I think you should invest so much into the Bible. Read the Bible about what God says about love, relationships, and all. But I think you're in the wrong place.
So I believe right now they are there watching like, oh no. Thank you very much for watching. Yes, we are still the adolescents. Now, Gloria, I want you to tell me, is it right for a girl of 13 years to be in love? Look into the cameras and tell us.
I boldly say no. It's not right. First of all, what is the aim of you having that boyfriend? Where is it going to end? What are you expecting to get? Why are you there? All those are the questions. Fine, I'm 17. I don't have a boyfriend.
Wow, you're really serious.
I'm focused on what I want. Because there's a saying in the Bible that says that everything has its own time. And everything happens for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
no, it's a no.
There is time for everything. You guys, why are you hurrying? There is time for marriage. And you have sex, and you'll even get tired of it.
No.
So why are you, sometimes you're eating things, you're rushing into things,
But you also only spoke to you. Your question was only directed to girls. What about boys? Why have you left the boys
But
out?
you see, boys, the boys. Okay, boys, do you think it's right? Boys, do you think it's right? Well, send in the comments and tell us whether it is right.
Try and error.
Try and error won't work, So now, I want us to come to Mary. You're a teacher, and I've been dealing with these adolescents. You know how the woman starts reacting and they feel like they're so hot, They even take the way they talk, the way they walk, the way they dress, even the tone, the voice. Oh my God, you know what I'm talking about? So Mary, you tell us, what advice do you really have for the adolescents? What can you tell the adolescents that are watching us right now?
The only thing I can tell them is they should be careful because it is a very dangerous stage that has cost many their lives. When you feel your voice is bigger, you're getting those breasts and the hips are enlarging, you feel, oh my God, I'm on top of the world. Hey, no, calm down.
Relax.
It is okay to be there because God created it and you have to go through it, but I would encourage you to pray that the Lord will help you go through that stage and you leave it unharmed. Some people go there when they have two eyes and by the time they leave, they have one eye. Others, when they are young and are becoming adolescents, they are HIV negative, but by the time they are getting to older, they are HIV positive. So me, I encourage them to pray, make prayer part of it. It is the only way you can talk to your Father, you can unlock your blessings. If it is about having a relationship now, I'll kindly request you to hold on and have priorities. You are in school for Christ's sake. They're not going to ask you about marriage. They're not going to ask you how they kiss. They're not going to ask you sex styles. They're not going to do that at school. They're going to ask you what you're studying in your curriculum and what's on the syllabus. So please, concentrate on your books. Concentrate on them. Then, you have a career to build. Why are you studying? To become a doctor?
Lawyer.
An architect. Name them.
Yeah.
Focus on that. That is my kind request. Focus on that. Build your career. Now, trust me, after your graduation, on graduation, parents ask, who was your friend at campus? Who is your best friend?
Yes, they want to know.
They're giving you a signal of, man, hey, you're ready.
Yes.
When you're going to say, they're officially saying, go and be in a relationship. My dear girl, we are waiting for now another gown, which is a wedding gown.
Yes.
That's a graduation gown.
Yes.
But here you're coming, with your pregnant capital D. You are not even senior 4. What would we put you? So please pray. Please have priorities. Then involve yourself in church activities. Even these co-curricular activities, maybe you're in sports, you're singing. When you're always at church, you're doing ministry, church engages and it involves people.
Definitely.
You find you don't have time for that rubbish. Or a man will call you, hello Mary, let's meet at Miss Steele. And men are rich, they are managers. Let's meet at Miss Steele. I had a recording at St. Kakumba Chapel. I'm in the worship team, like GLORIA is. I am going for ministry, or like I am. So I'm going for ministry, I have ministry. So trust me, the Lord will keep occupying you and you'll not be available.
Definitely.
Whatever you avail yourself for, you will get.
Yes.
If you avail yourself for ministry, you will get the blessings that come with ministry. If you avail yourselves for the world, trust me, AIDS will come in, pregnancies will come in, being frustrated, being ashamed, being mocked, all that will come. So please, let's pray. Let us focus on our priorities. Let us go to church. Let us have that sport you are doing. Involve yourself. Trust me, you enjoy this world. Marriage will come. If you're rushing for sex, you have it, get tired, grow. Your husband will tell you like this, and not today. But when you keep stealing, you will not get satisfied. You will go back, you get accidents. So let us try to move. I beseech thee. I beseech thee. Let us make our lives straight and will enjoy the blessings that the Lord gives to his faithful children.
Definitely. And just to remind you that God blessed sex in marriage. Okay?
Yes,
So he's free with it as long as you are married.
If you have it 10 times.
Even if you have it 10 times or 100 times,
Whether
as
it's
long
the
as
sitting room, kitchen,
as long as you are married. And that's what we are really after here. We want to nurture the young people, our generation, not to rush into things. The trick of the enemy that is using is to really make us feel like we are taking so long, wants us to take shortcuts, wants us to take short instant things. Man, those won't hope. You will knock, ojatomera. Ojatomera. But now on the other side, we have talked about all this, but the parents also, definitely this time, I want you also to be more intentional with the children. A girl is 15, is there, and you haven't even ever sat her down to tell her, you know what, this time you should focus on this. You're always leaving home at 6 a.m. in the morning, coming back at 11 p.m., and you don't have time for your children. Please, Petra, what do you have to say about such things?
As for me, I grew up with a very, very traditional kind of a parent. Like, my mom was super tough. And not only my mother, my brother, our big bro, this guy would take us to fetch water. The thing of, oh, let's mix from the well, no, guy would follow. Leave alone that, going to church. I had a friend, we liked each other, but I think my brother got to know about this, and he started walking me to church. Sits right behind me. When I see this, my friend from my side, just then after church we are walking back. Guy would walk us everywhere. Now my mother, she always used examples. You see, she was very open to us about sex, about boys. I actually grew up fearing boys because of the effects of what happens between a boy and a girl. In which case she could point, you see that girl walking, if there's a little pregnant girl walking, she'll be like, that girl, do you know why she's pregnant? She had sex with a man. Do you know how it started? They were boy-girl friends. So I started fearing boys because of sex. I always had this fear for sex because I knew I would get pregnant and what. And also basing on my family background, I wanted to make my people happy. So personally, I had a super set of goals. I had self-control at the beginning. I had to control myself that even if my mother is not there, I knew what I wanted. I knew what I wanted to become. I strived for it. And even alone that, I had my role models. There was this aunt of mine who was a lawyer that I always look forward to becoming like her, just because of how she dressed up. I was in primary too, but she was always in that set. So I admired. She became my role model, and my mother told me, unless you study, if you mess up with boys and what, you will not become like auntie, and this really impacted a lot in my life. So I had self-control. I also had a role model. I had my parents who were there, giving us examples. My dad had to take all of us to the hospital to see those who are suffering from AIDS. Like, you see, this is what happens. You don't get AIDS when you drink from water. When you engage with a guy and you're not tested, this is what happens. So all the things. So we had a lot of fear, and then that made us control ourselves really, really well. Though, of course, at the end of the day, there is a little bit impact in your life, which you had to struggle with.
you see, you had the strict parents, strict brother. But there are those children or youth or adolescents whose parents don't care at all. I think that was a real question. What are you going to tell those parents? To me, I'll tell them, please have time for us.
Yes.
If you are too busy, please send us to our aunties. Do something about it. Yeah. Otherwise, at the end of the day, when we mess up, you also lose.
And there's something I usually don't understand, These people will always wait for you to mess up, and then they'll come out to show how they care. When you have messed up already, why don't you show that caring that you really want to go in the first place before someone messes up,
It's so hard to, by the way, that some people people die not because they would have,
Yeah.
but that if my father hasn't told me something, we love our parents very much. Personally, I love my parents. If my father would tell me something, I would take it.
Yeah.
But now, if he leaves me there, or my mother, if she leaves me there, OJJALA, who are you to come and tell me that sex is bad?
You know,
My mother hasn't told me anything about it.
She's
My
okay
teacher
with it.
hasn't told me, because now these days we teachers,
Yeah.
you find someone is balancing trousers, like, can you please pull your trousers, like,
My
William is
mom is
okay
okay
with
with
it.
it.
What, you're making our life hard. It's difficult. I'm telling you out of experience. So parents, let us do this together to the glorification of the name of the Lord.
Wow. Thank you very much for all these wonderful submissions. And we believe that the parents who are watching us right now, yes, you are really learning, Please do something. Be there for your children. Create time for your children. I saw someone making a joke. You see, like, how you see how they're going to bury our speaker before you see how they are electing a new speaker before they even bury him. That makes that you have to create some balance between your work and your family. And someone was making a joke, like, you know what? You can never be a CEO forever. You can never be a manager forever. But you can be someone's husband forever, someone's father forever, someone's mother forever. So please, as you're doing this work, as you're looking for money, make sure that you create time for your children, for your family, and make sure that you're always there in their lives, okay? Well, definitely this time, let me just hear briefly from Gloria, because that age bracket we've been talking about that has been neglected by the parents. She's probably in that age bracket. I don't know, are your parents neglecting you, or they are looking after you? Yes.
No, they are, but of course I also have a mentor. I have role models I look unto. I have a youth pastor. I have my godparents, so I'm directed.
Wow.
And then the same thing, like, if parents don't stand in to say, my daughter, don't do this, there's no way you're going to come and tell me, Gloria, stop dressing like this. I will automatically tell you at home. They don't tell me. They are just fine with it. So who are you? It also turns back to the parents. Please tell us, create time for us. We are your children. Don't leave us behind. Because at the end of the day, if you make mistakes, it all comes back to you. They will say that girl's parents did not teach her. Yeah, did not teach her.
Yeah, this has really come from probably a teenager, and he's sending this message straight to the parents that are watching us. We are talking about love is respect, but you know that there is love for your parents and for your family as well. Don't think it's only this boy-girl thing. No, even that love for your children, that love for your parents, as a parent, you need it, and you need to respect it. One of the 5 languages of love, we have quality time. So we need to create time for our children, for our brothers and sisters, for everyone that we love and care about.
You see, even the physical touch.
Yes.
If my father touches me like this on a daily,
Uh-huh.
if he touched me, I would not feel the chemistry would not come immediately.
Because you're used to it.
I used to it. If my father hugs me, then it is okay. But now, I am just left there, and now, boom, OJJALA taps me. What will happen?
Let me not tap you. I don't want things to happen right now. but we are glad that her father always touched her.
Some fathers are funny. You can say daddy, and of course you will have scenarios of fathers sleeping with their daughters. I thank God mine was not like that.
Wow, we bless the name of the Lord for that. So parents who are there, please, simple things, words of affirmation, telling your children, I love you, you are the best. You're going to make it in life, So they will feel like we are loved and we are important, okay? So we are almost coming to the end of our show, and as I wind up, I'm going to request each and every one of my panelists here to just give us 1 or 2 words of advice to the children and to the parents, whoever is watching us right now on Family TV. Just to remind you that this is Cornerstone Vision Youth Club. It's a youth program that is intending on nurturing a powerful and a purposeful generation of our time, and we believe that God, being our helper, will definitely achieve our purpose. So at this time, I'm going to start with Petra, that is going to give us 1 or 2 words to the people that are watching us. Our topic has been love is respect. Yes.
Oh, thanks very much. My advice to teenagers, if you're in this kind of a romantic relationship, young girl or young boy, you're in a wrong place. Please quit. Just leave. Just leave this because it's taking you nowhere. This little girl you're with right now, you will not end up together in 10 years' time. And for the adolescents, it's really a very tough stage, but you need, number one, to have a superset of goals. Um, and you know what you want, know what you're aimed at, have self-control. Yes, I know this is really, really tough. I was once there, but with the self-control, you're going to make it through. With the help of, from our parents, we are going to achieve it. Above all, God. Pray, read your Bibles, do whatever it takes to be in the church. You will come over, you will achieve this, you know. And to the youth, it's very important to still have a superset of goals. Know what you want, have your principles. As a lady, know that yes, I'm dating this man, but what are we up to? Where is this leading us to? Even the Bible talks about this in 1 Corinthians. Real love is patient, it is very, very kind. So where there is no patience, if this guy or this lady is rushing you and all, just know you're in the wrong place. Have your principles, stick to it. If this man or this woman is okay with your principles, then he or she is the right person. Otherwise, don't get down. Like don't put aside your principles because of love. You know, love is not just as you think. It's not just a feeling. It goes way beyond this. So stick to your principles, and God will see you through. Remember not to forget about God.
Wow.
at
Thank,
all.
thank you very much. Have principles that are really godly based.
Yes.
I know we don't just create principles that are going to also divert you. It's like, for me, my principle is I put on mini skirts.
No.
That is, we are not talking about those ones. We're talking about really focused principles. Thank you very much, Petra. Yes, teacher, Mary.
Okay, me what I can tell the youth, I first of all told them to pray, and empathy, have principles, and then I'm going to give you a Bible verse. I'm going to give us a scripture because when you pray and you don't read the Bible, sometimes you don't know, you're not going even to use God against his word. Sometimes you tell God, God, you said in your word, if I do this, you do this, now I am doing it.
Yes.
So the Bible is telling us in Matthew not to worry about anything. So this scripture always ministered to me. At a time when I'm worried about something I cannot do myself. So let them read Matthew chapter 6. They should start from verse 25 to the end. It's about not worrying about tomorrow, not worrying about what you put on, not worrying about a husband, not worrying about school, So just read Matthew chapter 6 from 25. And if it ministers to you, please do it, and encourage you to read the word. Read the word of God.
Thank you very much. We will definitely cross over to Blessed G. 1 or 2 words to the people that are watching us.
For me, my advice goes to the parents. Please, parents, at least keep on telling us those beautiful words. Keep on telling us, my daughter, you're beautiful. My son, you're handsome. So that when someone comes from anywhere, you're not going to be surprised if that person tells you you're beautiful.
Also shower us with gifts.
You tell that person, yeah, I know. And you're proud, yeah, I know. My parents do tell me so.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's not needed. I don't need your comments to tell me that I'm beautiful,
So let's sing along in Luganda and in English as we seek God to remind us of the love of God, the love of Jesus. Tell me the old story.
Thank you, Petra.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Mary.
Yeah, well,
Thank you, Gloria. It's been a pleasure having this wonderful panel on this show, and I believe that you has been watching us. You have not been left with the same, and we continue to encourage you that we are always here every Friday from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. here on Family TV, and so is Cornerstone Vision Youth Club. But of course, as we go, we would like also to just a calabash of appreciation to our people that are always behind the scenes, our producer, Pastor Sela, and of course our camera lady today has been Rachel on the camera. Yeah, kongs and some shouts to her. Not forgetting our executive producer, Reverend Nini Emmanuel Mwesiwa. We love you so much. Thank you for guiding us always. Yes, love is respect, and I believe that you have noted a few points that are going to help you run out and also have a healthy relationship. My name is JONAH OJJALA. It's been a pleasure having you on this show. We'll probably meet next week. Continue watching Family TV. It's all about enriching lives. We sign out.